I'm about to show you the one non-negotiable foundation rule that prevents your container home from slowly sinking into the ground. This isn't a sudden collapse, it's a slow, silent death for your project that will crack your walls and warp your frame. Here's the deal I'll make with you. If this isn't the most fundamental piece of engineering advice you've ever heard about foundations, you can click away. But if it saves your project from a six-figure repair, the price is a subscription to this channel. Deal? Good. Let's talk about the enemy: concentrated load.
The fatal mistake is thinking a strong pier is a strong foundation. The amateur builder focuses on the vertical column of concrete, but they are blind to the ground beneath it. Think of it like this. Your 8,000-pound container concentrates its entire weight onto just a few small points. This is like trying to stand on soft grass wearing high heels. You sink. This happens because the soil has a limited presumptive load-bearing capacity, a number found in every engineer's codebook like the IRC. Crystalline bedrock can support 12,000 pounds per square foot, but wet clay or silt, less than 1,500. If your foundation's contact point is too small for your soil type, you haven't built a support. You've built a dagger that will slowly push its way into the earth every time it rains.
This brings us to the one unbreakable rule. You must spread the load with a correctly sized footing. The pier is your leg. The footing is the snowshoe. Without the snowshoe, you sink. This is the most critical, yet often invisible part of your foundation. A professional pier always begins with a wide, thick concrete footing poured deep in the ground. Its only job is to take the concentrated load from the pier and spread it out over a large area, ensuring the pressure on the soil is far below its failure point. How wide does it need to be? The weaker your soil, the wider your snowshoe must be. This is a direct calculation an engineer makes, but the principle is simple. You are building a massive, stable platform for your house to stand on.
But spreading the load is useless if the ground itself attacks your foundation. In any climate with freezing temperatures, you have a second enemy: frost heave. When water-saturated soil freezes, it expands with enough force to lift entire buildings. This is why the International Residential Code is non-negotiable. Your footing must be placed below the local frost line. This places your foundation's stable base on soil that never freezes, making it immune to that powerful jacking force. Skipping this step isn't saving time. It's placing your home on a hydraulic lift that is guaranteed to destroy it from below.
In the end, a lifetime foundation isn't about one rule, it's about a professional system dictated by engineering code. You must understand your soil's capacity. Spread the concentrated load with a wide footing. Place that footing below the frost line to defeat heave, and armor your concrete with a steel skeleton. This is what separates a sinking mistake from an immovable, permanent fortress. If this professional, code-based breakdown has saved your project from a slow death, show your support with a like and subscribe for more essential guides from the Builder's Rulebook. Now we want to hear from you. What are the soil conditions on your land? And how deep is the frost line in your area? Share your experience in the comments below.